Hello and welcome to our predictions for AEW X New Japan Pro Wrestling, I guess X Stardom, X CMLL Forbidden Door 2025, live from the O2 in London. And you're not Andrew Dingle.
I'm not Andrew Dingle. I've got slightly more hair than Andrew Dingle.
That's just mean-spirited.
I just thought I want a shot of that title, and it's been a while since I've been anywhere close to it.
We've opened the Fraser door, have we?
The Fraser door. That's a good way of doing it. Yeah, it's the Fraser door, and I'm walking right through because I want that title.
So with that in mind, let's crack on and have a look at the card, shall we? First up, we've got Kyle Fletcher defending the TNT Championship against Hiromu Takahashi. Who you got and why?
Right, this one I think is a fairly easy one to call for me. It's got to be the proto-star Kyle Fletcher. As much as it would be cool to see Takahashi win the belt and have a bit more of a crossover from New Japan Pro Wrestling, unfortunately, I don't think he stands a chance because I mean, let's face it, Kyle Fletcher's just won the belt. It's kind of still fresh in his title reign.
Yeah.
Why would you take it off him?
It's a bit of a problem I've got with most of the card, to be honest. It just feels very sort of, here's your New Japan start, see you later.
Yeah, it's kind
it
of
doesn't really feel
star.
like there's any real stakes at points. But I agree. I think that it's far too early in his reign for him to lose it. It's going to be a hell of a match. Like Takahashi Fletcher is going to be unreal. But I just think it doesn't really make much sense. And given how it would probably be that Takahashi would end up in AEW more than in New Japan if he
won the belt for sure.
So I just think that it's got to be Fletcher.
It will be a good match though. Really good match.
It'll be a hell of a match.
Next up, we have Mercedes Moné defending the TBS Championship against Alex Windsor, Persephone, and Bozilla. Now, Sam, who do you think is going to leave with that TBS Championship?
Well, she's already got 48 belts.
Yep. She's going to win another one.
She's not.
She's not.
She's not.
She is going to win another one.
She's not going to win another belt.
I'll tell you in a minute.
She can win another belt if she wants to win another belt, right? But I think we need to start the undoing of Mercedes Moné just a little bit. I think she's got to start losing more and more and more. And like Sonic getting falling on spikes and all the rings going everywhere, all the belts going everywhere. She doesn't have to be pinned to lose the title.
That is very true.
So I've gone for Alex Windsor.
Interesting. Okay.
It's an into AEW shift there. You're sort of ruling out CMLL and Stardom. Thanks for coming. But I think that having Windsor take the title might just kind of teeter her just slightly further toward or off the edge to the point where we have the full-blown meltdown of Mercedes Moné.
And this starts the downfall of Moné.
Yeah, and I want to see a new side to her. And I feel like with Windsor not having to beat her for the title as well, it gives her a credible reason to start kicking up a fuss, to start complaining, to then turn into, I've been saying this for months now, but punished Okada tier stuff. I want to see her completely unhinged.
The long boys.
Yeah.
Dye the hair red. I unfortunately think none of that is happening because the night before, 2 nights before Forbidden Door, she's at Rev Pro, right?
Yeah.
And she's challenging Emerson Jane for the Discovery Women's Championship.
Yeah.
She's going to win that belt as well. She's going to come on to Sunday and she's going to defend that TBS Championship successfully. Of course, Mercedes Moné is going to continue her reign. I think she's been doing fantastic work. I think she's been one of the main attractions of AEW throughout this run. I know she gets a lot of criticism because she wins quite a lot and she's got a lot of title belts.
It's just for me, it's more like, well, what do any of these belts mean after a certain point?
Everything, Sam. They mean everything to Mercedes Moné.
If you work for AEW, shouldn't AEW's Women's Championship be the #1 prize in the industry?
Yeah, but she tried and she failed. She's already had one loss against Toni, and she's going to keep this TBS title so we can build that back up, and then she's going to win it. It's Mercedes Moné for me.
Next up, we have Kazuchika Okada defending the AEW Unified Championship against Swerve Strickland. Who you got and why?
Now, a minute ago, you referred to punished Okada, and I think he's going to be delivering some punishment to Swerve Strickland at the weekend. As much as I love Swerve Strickland, I don't think he's leaving with this Unified Championship. Okada has had this belt for so long now, even though he kind of won this new version of the belt at All In. I just don't see him losing it.
It feels like it's not quite the time yet, which is weird. But I think that ultimately, it's going to be a hell of a match. They're going to go back and forth, and I think Okada's going to dish out a lot of punishment, as you said. But I think there's bigger things for Swerve, down the line. I don't know if the Unified title really needs to go that direction. I think it can stay with Okada until we have something else there. But I think Swerve, you need to be slowly meandering all the way back up the card to where he belongs.
At the top of the card.
Yeah.
However, the same argument, I guess, can be applied to Okada. Maybe at this point...
Very true, to be fair.
It should be a point for Okada to pass that torch to someone else, and then he moves up the card. He'd be a great challenger for Hangman in the future, or MJF, depending on who we think is going to leave Forbidden Door with the title.
I'm still going to go for Okada.
Yeah, I think so too. Next up, it is the Hurt Syndicate defending their AEW Tag Team titles against FTR and Brodido. It's a big three-way match. Sam, who's going to leave following the carnage of a three-way tag team title match?
Well, I feel like we've got an extra bang for our buck here because it's just supposed to be a standard tag match.
There's no bucks in this one.
There's no bucks in this one either, so it's going to be a great match. But ultimately, after last night, just sort of after the back and forth with everything with the Syndicate, for me, right, I feel that you've had this back and forth discourse between, well, they don't want to lose to FTR.
Yep.
Well, they do want to lose to FTR. They don't want to lose to FTR. Well, now there's a third team who can technically, but it's elimination, isn't it?
No, just a straight-up three-way tag team title match.
So
they can lose the belts without losing to FTR. And now, this is based not off the backstage reports, right?
Yeah.
I think we're both in agreement. Well, actually, no, I don't think we're in agreement. I'm thinking FTR's winning.
I think Syndicate are going to win because I think a lot of people are going to go, well, this is how they get the belts off of the Syndicate if Syndicate don't want to. So I think that it's a case of just like, no, we're keeping hold of it.
So you think they're working us?
Yeah, I think
I'm being worked.
We're being worked.
We're being worked. Well, I think FTR, purely because of that whole report situation, I think they're going to take it by pinning, unfortunately, Bandido. I feel like he's the man in the match to get pinned. We will see come Sunday.
Next up, we have Zack Sabre Jr. defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against lovely old Nigel McGuinness with Daniel Garcia in his corner. Who you got and why?
It's Zack Sabre Jr. There's not much more I can elaborate on.
The expertise and the storied career of Nigel McGuinness is just being swept aside for you for Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. Unfortunately, I love Nigel McGuinness, and I would love to see him win this match. I'm going to be there in attendance. I'm not the biggest Zack Sabre Jr. fan. Controversially.
Do you not want to see a full-time run for McGuinness in New Japan?
I do. I don't think it's happening. As much as I'd like to see that happen, and I'd like to see Nigel get a run with a title belt in AEW, I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to take the top belt.
It's the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
I don't think he's going to take the top belt from another company. As much as there's a chance he may do in AEW, I don't think he's off to work New Japan anytime soon.
Yeah, I agree. It's Zack Sabre Jr. The New Japan have sort of stapled their flag to him. He's their guy, and I think it's going to be a wonderful showcase exhibition match, really showing off a lot of the British style, really showing off a lot of technical prowess. I think it's going to be very nice, very back and forth.
Techers.
Big techers. Big techers.
Big question mark is you've got Daniel Garcia in the corner of Nigel McGuinness.
Does he cost him?
I think he does, and I think this is how you get McGuinness out of that picture and into a more part-time actual run on AEW without tarnishing the IWGP title reign of Zack Sabre Jr. just now.
It is a big sort of moment of a match for him to have that moment in.
Oh, for sure.
But I think it's got to stay on Zack. It just makes the most sense.
Next up is a huge tag team match. It's Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus Killswitch and Kip Sabian. It's the big reunion of Edge and Christian. It's, oh my god, it is like a decade in the making. I think it's like 12, 13 years since they last teamed together. Something like that. It'll be longer because of Edge's retirement. Oof. Who's winning though?
Well, originally the match had Nick Wayne in it until Nick Wayne got a foot injury, and now we have Killswitch who popped back up last night. So for me, I think, what if for the last however many weeks we've been all getting worked, right?
Okay.
And that Nick Wayne is going to come out on the stage with Paul Heyman.
And
he's going to have the Money in the Bank briefcase.
From the WWE.
And he's going to be like, oh, and then he's actually just going to drop the,
he's going to do the thing.
He's going to do the thing, right?
He's going to do the thing.
I think Nick Wayne's legitimately injured.
He is, unfortunately.
We're not going to get that.
Best of luck to Nick Wayne on his recovery from his injury. But if he does work the crowd.
Oh, then amazing.
Yeah, to only eat the pin.
But It's got to be Cope and Christian, doesn't it?
It's got to be Cope and Christian.
It's got to be Cope and Christian because they've just got back together. Everybody's really buzzing, and it sends them packing a bit. And you can sort of have a couple more matches with all of this, and then wave goodbye to it, and then we can move on through a nice little legacy run for Cope and Christian.
Yes.
So I'm going to go for Cope and Christian.
And this is exactly why I think FTR is going to win the tag team titles earlier in the night, because Cope and Christian have already said on last night's Dynamite, they went, Edge or Cope, you're going to help me with my patriarchy problem, and then I'm going to help you with your FTR problem. I think FTR wins the belts earlier in the night. Cope and Christian win in their match, first time as a tag team in very, very long time, establishing, hey, we're actually still quite mint together. And then they go for the tag belts. You still got it. You can wrestle, and then All Out in a month's time, they challenge for the tag titles.
Oh, that makes too much sense.
Yeah, Cope and Christian.
Oh, why didn't...
I mean, you picked them.
Yeah,
you have picked them.
I've picked them, but
you've got Hurt
I went
Syndicate.
Hurt Syndicate. This is...
Idiot.
Next up, we got Toni Storm defending the AEW Women's World title against Athena. Who you got and why?
I actually was very, very torn on this one because I really want Athena to win, and I feel like it would establish her in AEW, a company that she's been with for a very, very long time now, but she's been on Ring of Honor, having an incredible run with the Ring of Honor Women's title. Having her with both belts and starting a belt collector gimmick of her own to then go up against Mercedes Moné in a few months' time. You've got a mega dream match there that we've kind of seen actually already.
Except she could say, like, I've got 2 world titles.
Exactly.
2 actual world titles.
And that is why I think that would make sense. However, I think with the way they've been building it, you don't want to take that momentum away from Toni Storm just now. Toni is the figure point of that division. She's one of the top stars in AEW, and I don't think you need to take the title off her just yet. I do think, though, Athena is the person that beats her, just not this weekend.
Well, the one thing, like, I really would like Athena to win, but the one thing it would also help is the casino sort of... We've had 4 successful ones out of like 1 million.
Yeah, we've had quite a few, yeah.
The last successful one was Toni Storm, so it's... I get it's maybe a bit close, it was January, but it does feel like...
We could do something new with it.
We could do something new with it. We could do something different with it. And it would be a very shocking moment. It would be a massive moment for Athena. It would solidify her as a major star in AEW, and then she could be working cross brands if she still wanted to work with Ring of Honor. Got both belts. But I just don't see them momentum
taking that belt with Toni.
I don't see the momentum running out anytime soon for Toni Storm. She's
popular,
just
man.
Massively over, and more so every single week. She's one of the biggest draws for the company. You got to keep the gold on her.
One of the biggest draws in wrestling.
Yeah.
Keep that title on her, but I'm going to be taking that title.
Yeah? I don't think so.
Next up is the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. It's Hangman Page defending against MJF. Now, on last night's Dynamite, it was clarified because... Well, MJF kidnapped Mark Briscoe and threatened to set him on fire. It's no longer his shot from the Casino Gauntlet. Yeah. So he's still got that in the bag. And if there's a DQ or a countout, he can win the title. Who do you think's leaving with that title?
Well, I think it's pretty stacked against Hangman.
A little bit.
But when you just look at hard numbers, he's not had the belt for very long.
He's not at all.
And he had a very nice big moment where, it was all tears and he finally got it back out of the case. Now, would I like for a massive swerve and for MJF to leave with the title that quickly? Yes, very much so. Do I see it happening? No, not at all. I think that there's going to be a lot of poo-housery. I think MJF's going to get very close, and maybe even very close to making Hangman snap. But Hangman is now like valiant again. He's cool. He's gonna play it by the book. He's gonna stay within the confines of what's been put in front of him, and then we're gonna progress with Hangman as champion.
It's definitely going to be a lot of that. I think it was No Mercy or 2007 or something along that period of time where Randy Orton was doing anything to get John Cena DQ'd, and I think that's the kind of scenario we're going to see here. I think Hangman is going to leave with that title, but the big question is, does Mark Briscoe get involved to get some revenge, retribution for what happened on Dynamite and inadvertently cause Hangman to lose that belt and MJF to get his hands on that title? It's something that I can't get out of my head, and I feel juicy. It could happen. My heart is saying Hangman, but there's something in the back of my mind going MJF is going to leave with that title, because it does make that world title scene that little bit more interesting when you've got Hangman back on the chase because of something that wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't lose the title. I just know that that place, the O2 in London, will kick off if there is a DQ finish that costs Hangman the belt. But I live for the chaos in this match, and I want to see kind of anything that happens. So I'm going Hangman with an asterisk of it might be MJF, but that doesn't really count for the predictions.
No, but man, it would be so juicy. It would be so juicy, and it would... Oh, I really want to see that now, but I'm going to stick with Hangman.
Yep.
I'm going to stick with Hangman. And finally, we've got the lights out steel cage match. Golden Lovers, Darby Allin, Tanahashi and Will Ospreay taking on the Death Riders, Young Bucks and Gabe Kidd. Who you got and why?
This is another one that's really tough to call because the Death Riders have been winning a lot, bar at Allin, obviously,
Yeah.
but if they're in a main event, more often than not, they're going to win. Now, that is kind of changing at this point in time, but I think that the Golden Lovers, Tanahashi, Darby Allin, and Will Ospreay are going to emerge victorious from this big steel cage match. My main prediction, though, is that Tanahashi's knees will buckle when he jumps off the top of the cage.
Yeah, Tanahashi's going to jump off the top of the cage.
I think he's going to jump off the top of the cage.
It's a really big high fly flow.
Yep, it's his last match in the UK. I think he's going to pull out all the stops. He's going to jump off the cage. We're going to have him on one corner, Ospreay on the other. They're going to do what Kyle Fletcher and Ospreay did, where they point at each other, but this time they're on the same team, and they're going to jump off, and then they're going to collide in the middle of the ring and grasp their hands like that, and then elbow drop.
Nice.
So I think they're winning.
Well, I had a similar sort of prediction, but looking back at the last instance we had a lights out steel cage match, there was syringes, there were breeze blocks, there was a toolbox. It was very, very, very gnarly. And we've seen the spiked paddle. We've seen the bed of nails. And if you watch the predictions, which are live, not the predictions, the pitches, which are live on the channel now, you'll know that I kind of want to see Darby Allin do a coffin drop onto Moxley on the bed of nails. Ooh, from the top of the cage.
From the top of the cage?
Yeah.
I like the way your mind works.
I think they might take each other out in a way.
Okay,
I think the match is going to sort of break down a little bit. And I do potentially see the heels walking out victorious. But I've just got a nagging feeling that it's going to be like a nice big happy goodbye. You got Ospreay there, you got Tanahashi's last match. It's sort of a big moment, and then they all filter into the press conference, and it's like, all right, bruv,
we won the match, bruv, innit? And all that good stuff.
Unless something crazy happens, and then like the Death Riders come in and start like strangling press.
They could do that. I would dread to be sat there, which is God, that would be terrifying. It's a tough one to call though for a lot of reasons in that main event. But either way, I'm thinking Golden Lovers, Darby Tanahashi, and William Ospreay.
Well, that was it for our predictions. If you keep it with us here, though, we're going to have all of the usual stuff coming up in and around Forbidden Door. We'll have WTF moments over on Patreon. We're going to have all the what happened at, everything on the channel. If you just stick with us through the course of the weekend, we'll also be having news. There'll be all sorts of stuff going on.
If you see us around Forbidden Door in the O2, make sure to say hello. I'll be filming some content around the building, so let me know.
From what I understand, there might be some things up for grabs as well. If you find a mystery porter.
If you find me in the O2, there might be a couple things you can get from us. So if you see us about, make sure to say hello.
Right, so we will see you all. Have a lovely Forbidden Door. Hopefully I'll get to hold on to this, and hopefully you don't win it, because it just complicates things even further.
It does complicate things even further.
Andrew and you?
Yeah.
That could...
I can morph in. We'll do a regeneration in Andrew and he can get the title belt back.
You should have to shave your head. That should be it.
Nah, that's not happening.
Get it like waxy smooth.
No. I'll wear a bald cap if I have to. I'm not shaving this head of hair. It's too good, Sam. It's too good, Sam.
Come on.
No.